Hello YouTube, I'm David with the David West channel. The drone of a leaf blower at 9 o'clock in the morning. Isn't it lovely? We'll go ahead and do the best we can with it. Today I want to go ahead and try out some more of my double wall char tin. I wanted to show you the individual components that we figured out yesterday. I'll go ahead and put, well, I guess it was 2 days ago now. I'll go ahead and put the link to that video where we built our double wall char tin. And we established that at least in that batch that you can go ahead and make some supple char cloth throughout. The bottom pieces in that batch was not brittle, and of course the upper pieces are never brittle, but there was a lot of smoke residue on it. So today what I'm going to do is simply make my double wall char tin, but on the inner char tin I'm not going to have a cap on it like I usually do. There's my bottom spacer, and 100% cotton t-shirt. Now this goes in here, and these little springs will go in opposing each other on 4 different sides. This is just a prototype. I'm going to make a more permanent one if I like the results I get out of this prototype. There we go. No cover on the inner char tin. I think it'll allow the gases to escape the can a lot easier and make a cleaner char cloth. Let me take this tulip poplar and break it down, and we'll go ahead and get started. That ought to be enough to get our char on. Let's go ahead and give it a try. I want to use some of that rotted pine crotch, the fatwood that we exposed out of it. I've got about half of it left, so let's use it to start our fire. All right, let's stick it in there now. Going for supple and for clean. Let's take it out and let it cool now. I'm anxious to see how that turns out. Looks good. I don't see any smoke residue so far. All right, let's look at it and see if it's supple throughout. Top piece, always supple. And this is no different. This is soft and supple. But will the bottom piece be nice like this? No smoke residue. Sweet. And here's the middle layer. It feels soft. Oh, it's a little bit crispy right here. So where was our double wall, our help from the double wall? It's a little bit crispy. And this is the middle piece. So maybe our double wall char tin might be a waste of time. But I tell you what, a little bit of crispiness right here, it's still going to be highly reactive. The bottom piece, surely if the middle piece has a little bit of crispy on it, how much you reckon the bottom piece has on it? All right, I can feel the crispiness in this already. There's no difference. There's no difference in this batch of char cloth than if I had charred it in a regular tin, a non-double wall tin. So, we'll have to think about that. Even if I did end up making really clean char cloth that was supple throughout the entire batch and was still reactive to the flint and steel, I don't think it's worth all the trouble to go ahead and make up a double wall char tin and have to build a hotter fire. You're going to need penetrating heat to get through that insulating air layer in between the two char tins. I don't think it's worth the extra trouble, just because we know that pieces of the bottom layer may be brittle. It's just a little less reactive when it's like that. Not a big deal. This has just been my personal challenge to see if I could come up with a method to make the cleanest and most supple char cloth throughout the entire batch. So I just wanted to take you along with me. Let's go ahead and we'll take this right here is brittle to about right here. Let me show you. You can still use this brittle piece. It's just not going to one strike ignite usually. But I will use the most I will use the most supple part of it, which is right here. And today we're using a piece of chert again. Ooh, I'm gonna make sure I don't have any char cloth showing. I don't want to accidentally ignite it. To me, that doesn't bother me. Now, that was more resistant than it usually is. Usually within 10 strikes you can get it to ignite. But remember, most of the batch is supple and will 1, 2, or 3 strike ignite. So You can decide if you want to make your own double wall char tin or not. But I have enjoyed the experiment for sure. All right, y'all. I appreciate you joining me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.